Good morning, everyone. I'm so happy to see your faces. Thank you so much for choosing to join this class on this beautiful Saturday morning. For those who don't know me, my name is Charuta, and I will be sharing with you what I have learned about the two angas from among the Ashtanga Yogas. Anga translates to limbs. So only two of the limbs of Ashtanga Yoga are asanas and pranayam. They will help us regulate our mind, body, and breathing. So the yoga path, just a little bit of history, because we would like to start by paying obeisances to the guru who gave us this knowledge. So about 2200 years ago, sage Patanjali, around the time when Buddha was around, he compiled a vast amount of knowledge into very succinct and often cryptic aphorisms in Sanskrit, and that gave us the 196 Yoga Sutras. So I would like to begin the class by paying obeisances to Sage Patanjali by chanting his prayer. Yogena chittasya padena vachan malam sharirasya cha vaidyakena yopakarottam pravaram muninam patanjalim pranjalir anatosmi. So what I just said means, I bow down to him who purifies the impurities of the mind by removing chitta vrittis, by yoga, who purifies the expression of speech by pada or grammar, and who purifies the impurities of the body through vaidya or medical science. He who is an expert in removing the impurities of the body, mind, and speech, to that most excellent of the munis or sages, who is Sage Patanjali, I bow down with folded hands. So, like I said yesterday, I hope everyone is in a comfortable space and not had any heavy meal or snacks just before eating, because that will help us with regulating our breathing. So just to give you a glimpse, I haven't read all the sutras, but only 3 of the 196 sutras I have heard specifically mention asanas. So it's sad that these days yoga is known just by the physical exercises in most parts of the world, but in reality, traditionally, in order to practice asanas and pranayam, one had to first, so this is like rungs of ladder. That's why we call this class ladder of yoga. So the first 2 angas are yamas and niyamas. Unless and until one practices those 2 limbs in their lives, it's not going to be easy or comfortable to practice asanas and pranayam. So prana translates to vital force or energy, which is our breath, and ayam is to regulate or deliberately lengthen and restrain the breath. So we'll start with the pranayam practice. Everybody sit in a comfortable position with straight spine and straight head, and shoulders must be relaxed. You can either sit cross-legged in Sukhasana, or if it's better, in Vajrasana on your heels. And your hands will come on your knees. I'll be in Sukhasana. So keep your left hand in Chin Mudra. So just join your index finger with thumb, and right hand in Vishnu Mudra, which is bend your middle and index fingers. So the thumb and ring finger are free. So first, let's just have natural breath, and I just want you to observe the flow of your breath. Inhale, exhale. Just notice the lengths of inhales and exhales. Are they similar? It's common for one side to be more dominant and take up more volume of air than the other. So there are different types of pranayam. I won't go too much into theory today in interest of time, but I have personally learned to practice only 2 of them, Anulom Vilom and Kapalabhati. Kapalabhati translates to shining skull or forehead, because of like cleansing of the brain through regulated breathing. The skull or forehead is supposed to shine. And what we will be doing today is Anulom Vilom, which translates to alternate nostril breathing. So through this Vishnu Mudra, bring your thumb on the right nostril and block it. Inhale through the left. Block the left nostril. Exhale through the right. Inhale through right. Same one. Block right. Exhale through left. So this is one round. I encourage you to go at your natural pace and just observe and count the inhales and exhales. So if it is equal length, well and good. If not, we are nowhere near there because we are just beginning it. So don't feel bad. Just observe and try to regulate. So let's go at our own pace. Inhale from one nostril, block, exhale from the other. Inhale from that same other one, block, exhale from the first one. So keep going about 3 or 4 more rounds. You will notice that naturally at the end of the inhales, there is a pause. And at the end of the exhales, there isn't. So the goal is first to keep the inhales and exhales same length of breath, but try to increase that length of the pause. So inhale for 4, whenever your next inhale begins. Retain for 4. Exhale for 4. Try that. If that's too much, don't worry about it. Go at your natural pace. So throughout this Anulom Vilom, we'll be breathing through our nose, which is the natural Ujjayi breath. In some other types of pranayam, it is recommended to exhale through the mouth. Like in Brahmari, we inhale and we exhale through the mouth, and it kind of makes the sound of a humming bee, which is why it's called Brahmari. So let's do 4 more rounds today. Now, if you are wondering why this alternate sides, it is common knowledge that we all have 2 sides to our brain. The right brain controls the left side of the body, and left brain controls the right side of the body. So it is known through science that the right side of the body has more masculine energy, so it is more logical or practical, and the left side of the body has more feminine energy, so it's more emotional, soft, and it thinks organically. So in order to balance these energies, this alternate regulated nostril breathing will help us, and it will also cleanse our energy pathways. So Anulom Vilom is also called Nadi Shuddhis. So I hope you continue to practice regulated breathing throughout your day and the coming week, and gradually you will notice a difference in your physiology, your nervous system, your brain activity. I've made a list of like n number of benefits of Anulom Vilom or different types of pranayam. So taking, by the way, this reminds me that because this is quarantine time, it's recommended like not to touch your face, but we'll just assume that everyone. But I just recently saw a meme that when regulated nostril breathing is important, but you can't touch your face, and that girl was like holding a pair of tongs to control. So there are always ways out to practice. So if you are ready, let's apply this conscious attention to our breathing and move to physical movements through asanas. I will move back so you can see me on the mat. Can everyone see and hear me okay? Okay, so we'll begin in child's pose. Knees are far apart, and put your hips back and down on the heels, and fold forward and stretch your body. On your next exhale, stretch your arms all the way to the right and feel the stretch on the left side of the body. Come back to the center. And begin to move your arms to the left side of the body. So you feel an opening on the right. On your next exhale, come to the middle, neutral position again. And then rise up into tabletop or all fours. So your wrists are directly under your shoulders and your knees are directly under your hips. We'll begin with Marjaryasan, which is cat pose and cow pose. So exhale, look up, chin up. Inhale, round your spine, chin to chest. Sorry, inhale, look up, exhale, look down. That's how it goes. So I don't want you to worry about anything else, but aligning your breath with your body movements through this class and follow your natural pace. So inhale, look up, heart up. Exhale, round your spine. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, look up. Chest is up. Exhale, round your spine. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. But after your next exhale, rise up into downward facing dog. So push the floor with your wrists and hips are high up. Move your chest towards your knees and try to get the heels to as close to the ground as you can. You can paddle your feet if that makes you feel good. Look up slightly between your hands and then walk or step to the front of your mat and down forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, arms up in Tadasana or mountain pose. I need to go a little back. Can you still hear me okay? Okay. So we'll begin Surya Namaskars in standing pose at the top of your mat. Okay, maybe a little back. Inhale. Sorry?
Just one question. Like my friend, she joined us. So she has some ankle problems. So can you suggest which can she do and which exercise she can't?
Yes, definitely.
Before each. Yeah, before doing each.
Okay. So welcome, and I encourage you to listen to your body. Like, I'm not sure exactly what injuries you are talking about, but always listen to your body, and I'll suggest modifications as we go. But if it feels like you are putting in too much efforts or if it's hurting too much, just come back, and you can always rest in child's pose that we started in.
Okay.
And feel free to interrupt throughout the class if you have any questions.
Okay, thank you. Charuta, can you put the angle of the laptop this way so that we can see your head?
Okay. This is better? Can you see my head as well as feet? And hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so meet me at the top of your mat in mountain pose. Stand tall in Tadasana. Inhale, arms up, rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. So your palms are on your shin and spine is straight. Exhale, Chaturanga. So come down in a plank and all the way down in one line, chest, chin, and knees. Inhale, rise up into baby cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. You can take a deep breath here to relax in down dog. You can exhale through the mouth, make it loud, and just let everything go that doesn't serve you. Inhale, look in the front and between your palms and walk or jump to the top of your mat and forward fold. Halfway lift and then rise all the way up into mountain pose or Tadasana. So I encourage you to go at the pace of your own breath. One movement per breath. We'll start with inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, through Chaturanga, all the way down on the floor. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look up and walk or jump to the front. Halfway lift and all the way up. We can add mini bends here, so mini back bend. When you inhale for the next one, stretch your back a little and feel a micro bend in your back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, palms on the shin and straight spine. Exhale, plank to Dandasana. If you are into practicing push-ups, you can even add push-ups here. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. So do one more round at your pace. Now this is where I feel like if I were in person, it would have been helpful, but feel free to interrupt if you are confused about any step. And I'll be watching this round and then meet me in down dog at the end of this round.
Charuta, you have to do it with the. I don't remember the steps.
Okay, I'll do one more with that. So inhale, arms up, rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, palms on the shin and back is straight with straight spine and elongated. Exhale, come down from plank to Dandasana. You are all the way lying down on the floor in one line. Inhale, slightly up in baby cobra or all the way up in up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, halfway lift. And inhale all the way up. Do you want to do on your own one more round or should we go to the next? Okay. Then I'll cue you. I won't practice. That way I can watch you. So inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Palms are on the shin. and spine is elongated. Exhale. Now this movement is supposed to be as fast as you can get through one breath. Come down into plank and chin, chest and knees come down in one line on the floor. Inhale, rise up, cobra or up dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. So let's all meet in down dog on the mat. I'll go back into down dog. On your next inhale, raise your right leg up, right knee to right elbow. Go towards your elbow as much as you can. It doesn't have to touch. And hold for 2 breaths. Back up. And then step through into low lunge. So your front knee is directly under your front heels. Your back knee is directly under your hips. Raise your hands. Hold the left wrist with your right palm and bend, stretch on the right side. So you will feel a stretch on the left side of your body. Stay for 3 breaths. Come to the center. Switch the wrist. So left hand holds the right wrist and bend on the left side. Feeling an opening on the right side of the body. Back to the center. And we'll flow through. So this is called a vinyasa cycle, what we just did through the Surya Namaskar. So we'll go back into plank, chaturanga, up dog, and down dog. So what we did on one side, we'll repeat on the other side. Raise your left leg up, left knee to left elbow. Hold for 2 breaths. Back up. Here we are working our core muscles. Step through in the front for low lunge on the other side. We'll do one more stretching. We don't like stretch our sides or obliques so much in daily life, so this is a good way to inculcate that. So hold your wrist with the opposite hand and stretch right, center, other side wrist, other side of the body. Come back to the center and flow through a vinyasa. So come down through chaturanga, cobra or up dog, and then down dog. From down dog or Adho Mukha Svanasana as it's the original name, we'll come into high lunge. So your right foot is forward. Again, same as before, your knee is straight above your heels. And rise up. If it's too much on your ankles, you may want to spread them apart and find an angle in which you feel comfortable standing up. Bisect your heels. So the front heel is kind of bisecting the back heel. I'll come in the front if you, I don't know, can you see me? It's okay. And then hands are up. Open up for Warrior 2 or Virabhadrasana. Stretch your hands. Flip your front palm and go back into reverse warrior or peaceful warrior. And the other arm goes back on top of your back. Back to the center. And rest your elbow on the same side of thigh. And the other hand is extended diagonally to the corner of the room for extended side angle. Again, you will feel a stretch on the side of the body. Hold for 2 breaths. And then flow through a vinyasa and meet me in down dog. Same thing on the other side. So we'll rise up. I'll flip my head so you can still watch me. This time the left foot is forward, knee straight over the heels, and the back foot is resting on the ground. Hands are raised. Open up into warrior 2. Both hands are stretched. Reverse it by flipping the top palm and stretching back. And then bring the elbow on the same side thigh and extend the other arm diagonally for extended side angle. Flow through a vinyasa. And this time, after down dog, lie down on your belly. So what we did for Chaturanga. Come down on your belly. And we'll come into Dhanurasana or bow pose. So with your right hand, grab your right ankle. With your left hand, grab the left ankle. And try to raise your torso up as much as you can. So this looks like a bow, so it's called Dhanurasana. 2 breaths and rest down. Rest on your favorite side of the chin. Gently roll over to the back. We'll add just one ab work or core work. Our core is what makes us stronger to hold the poses for longer. So lie down on your back and we call this Uttana Padasana or 30, 60, 90 as it's called commonly. So lie down on your back, raise both your legs at 90 degrees almost. Then come down about 30 degrees and hold for 2 breaths. Come little more down about 60 degrees. Hold for 2 breaths. Then all the way down. We'll do 2 more rounds at your base. So raise both legs all the way up at 90 degrees. Hold for 2 breaths. Slightly down at 30 degrees. Hold. Little more down. We'll do 1 more round. Legs rise up to 90 degrees. 30. Now this time before resting, slightly above the ground, have butterfly kicks and then rest. After your next exhale, come up to a comfortable seating position. We'll come into Vakrasana or spinal twist. So keep your left leg, bend the knees and bring it on the other side of the right leg. Right arm up and bring it on the outside of the left knee. Hold. Come back to neutral and do the other side. So right leg is on the outside of the left thigh. Left arm raised and twisted on the right knee. Hold. And come back to neutral seated position. Now meet me directly in down dog. We'll begin to cool down now with relaxing poses. So from down dog, lift your right leg, bring it to the right elbow, and gently rest it down. Try to make it as much parallel to the short edge of your mat for pigeon pose. So your left leg is stretched back and right leg is in the front. Shin is almost as much.
Your leg, sorry.
Sorry?
Leg we can't see actually.
Okay. I'll try to go a little back or
Can you take the laptop screen a little down?
okay. Yeah, in this case, even if you can't see my head.
Yeah, this
That's
is
the perfect
clear.
angle.
Thank you.
Right.
So our left leg is stretched back. Right leg, the shin is as much parallel to the short edge of the mat as you can. Doesn't matter if it's not parallel. That's the rule. And then fold and bend and rest on your forearms. Hold for 3 breaths. Rise up and flip the sides. So right leg stretches back, left leg, bring the knee towards the elbow, and then again rest the shin down, stretch the right leg and fold and rest on your forearms. Come back up. Almost like a lotus pose, but pretty much like cross-legged position. One shin on top of the other. Back into the mudras. And for those who missed the beginning of the class, we practiced alternate nostril breathing. We'll do 3 more rounds of that. So your right hand, I don't know if you can see my head now. I'll just come in the front again. Right hand in Vishnu Mudra. So your middle and index fingers are bent. So the ring finger and thumb are free. Left hand in just meditative pose, index and thumb together. Rest both hands on the knees. Sit straight with straight spine, straight head, and shoulders are relaxed. The alternative positions are resting against a wall and stretching the legs if somebody prefers that, or even sitting on top of a chair is fine. Just make sure that the knees are lower than hip level. So first, just observe the flow of your natural breath through your nose. Inhale and exhale. Count in your head. Inhale, 1, 2, free, exhale. It's okay if the lengths differ, but in Samayukti Pranayam, the goal is to equalize the lengths of inhales and exhales. It will come as you practice. So we'll try to make it as much as equal and start alternating the nostrils. So with the right hand, close the right nostril with the right thumb. Inhale through the left nostril. Close left with the ring finger. Exhale through the right nostril. Inhale from the same right nostril. Block right. Exhale through the left. So this is one round. I encourage you to do 3 more rounds at your own pace. So inhale from one nostril, block it. Exhale from the other. Inhale from that same other, block, and exhale from the first one. As we advance further, we can start to lengthen the pause between the inhale and exhale. At the end of inhale, there is naturally a slight pause. So let's start with 4 seconds. So 4-second inhale, retain for 4 seconds, exhale for 4 seconds. Inhale, retain, exhale. Two more rounds. At the end of the last round, come back to the natural Ujjayi breath without regulating the sides. And lie down into, how are we doing with time, Shrestha? I think we...
Yeah, we have to do the next.
Yeah, let's wrap it up with the last relaxing pose. So lie down in a comfortable pose on your mat for Shavasana. Palms are lifted up for receiving the energy from the universe. And begin to cool your body down. Acknowledge yourself for showing up today and working on yourself. Sorry. Okay. So, like I mentioned in the beginning, these asanas and pranayam are only 2 of the 8 angas of Ashtanga Yoga. The first 2 are yamas and niyamas. Yamas basically are restraints or prohibitions. There are 5 yamas and 5 niyamas, which are the do's in life. So yamas are do nots and niyamas are do's in life. Only after advancing in those 2 angas, one can comfortably hold the poses and regulate the breathing. So then comes asana and pranayam. And then one more anga that helps us regulate our material body is pratyahar, which means withdrawing the senses. So asana, pranayam, and pratyahar respectively help us regulate our body, breath, and senses. And then the other 3, just a glimpse of the other 3 angas. In the interest of time, I won't go into details of the theory, but I will be happy to discuss with you later, whoever is interested. So the next 3 angas are dharana, which means concentrating our attention on an object of meditation. So for example, in our class today, in the later part, we will be chanting a mantra. That will be our object of meditation. Then comes dhyana. Dhyan means steady, uninterrupted flow of identical thoughts. It's kind of like, it may seem like it's like a steady state, but it's uninterrupted flow of the same thoughts. And then the last anga is samadhi, which means absorption. So it's pretty much becoming one with our object of meditation. So if we say Krishna's name over and over, the goal is to uh, totally dedicate ourselves to Krishna. It is not thoughtlessness, and it is not the ultimate goal, because it's after all a mental state which is transient. So thank you again so much for letting me share what I have learned about Ashtanga Yoga with you today. And I will let Shrestha take over for the next part.
Thank you, Charuta. That was really energizing. I feel so good. I have not done any yoga ever since March after the lockdown. I mean, I used to go to the yoga classes, which used to take place once in a month, but that stopped. And now I feel so glad that I did this. My whole body feels relaxed, and I feel that I did something good for my body.
Yeah.
And my mind feels relaxed, and I feel that I can focus now. So the next 5 minutes, what we are going to conclude this session is with mantra meditation. Mantra, it's made of two syllables. Man means the mind, and tra is to deliver or get rid of all anxieties. So together, mantra means to deliver our mind from all anxieties and worries. So when we are doing this meditation, we are going to fix or concentrate our mind on a particular mantra. And this mantra that we are going to share with you all is a very powerful mantra that has been mentioned in our ancient scriptures. And the potency of this mantra is very powerful. And it's a 16-word mantra, which we will just be posting in our chat. For those of you who don't know, I'm just gonna post the picture of the mantra. I will repeat it with you, all of you, so that we know the pronunciation, and then we will be focusing on this mantra, trying to hear each word with focus 27 times. So that is it. So basically, when we are trying to focus on this mantra, we are calling out to the universe, the feminine, masculine energies, that we can develop love in our hearts, purity in our hearts. So this mantra meditation is a part of a yoga called Bhakti Yoga, which is the yoga of love and devotion. So when we are going to be chanting this mantra, we are actually calling out to grace, our creator, our universe, the Lord that you believe in, that please bring in love in our hearts and engage us in your service. So we are going to focus on this mantra. We are going to chant this mantra together. We can all mute, but I'll be audible. Otherwise, there'll be a lag. We'll be chanting this 27 times. I will count. You all don't have to worry about it. But the only thing I would recommend is try to free your mind from all the thoughts that you have going on. Focus on this mantra. I'm hoping that you can see the mantra. I have shared it, and I will pronounce it. You can repeat it once with me, and then we will start the mantra meditation together. So, is there any questions? All right, it's Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Krishna Krishna.
Krishna Krishna
Hare Hare.
Hare Hare
Hare Rama.
Hare Rama
Hare Rama.
Hare Rama
Rama Rama.
Rama Rama
Hare Hare.
Hare Hare.
All right. So hope you got the pronunciation correctly. So I would request everyone to do the meditative pose. Sit back straight. Close your eyes and repeat after me. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you all so much for joining the class today. If you all have any feedback, you all can text it to us or you can let us know now. But according to me, I felt that Charuta's class was really helpful. So if anyone wants to share something, you all can do so.
It was very great. I wish I could do this again.
It was my first time teaching virtually, so pardon me as I'm also still learning. Like, it took me so long to get the camera angle right and the lighting and everything, but hopefully next time onwards it will be a smooth ride.
It was good. It was
We
good.
have a special guest here.
Oh,
Melody.